Monday morning, 9 a.m. Exercise therapy at a treatment center for overweight youth. Almost all the young people in this group have a health problem because of their weight. So does Yulia. Within the next few weeks, she has to lose at least 6 kilos. Yulia is not just overweight, she also suffers from diabetes. And without therapy, Yulia will start developing life-threatening problems with her liver, her kidneys or her heart in the very near future. In the treatment center, training programs and nutrition counseling help people like Yulia to change their eating habits and exercise routine completely. Yulia's high body weight has contributed to the development of type 2 diabetes. But since childhood, Yulia has also been suffering from type 1 diabetes. Up to 4 times a day, she has to measure the glucose level in her blood. And the result determines her daily exercise program and calorie intake. But most important, Yulia's body has to be supplied with the correct amount of insulin. Diabetes. What is it all about? In a healthy body, a finely tuned mechanism regulates the amount of blood glucose, the simplest form of sugar, so that it remains at a constant level. The organ responsible for this process is the pancreas. In special cells of the pancreas, the so-called islets of Langerhans, the hormone insulin is produced. Insulin regulates the blood glucose level inside our body. And this is how it works. After a meal, the glucose level in the blood goes up, because sugar molecules pass from the intestines into the bloodstream. Now insulin is needed so that our body cells can absorb the glucose from the blood. Insulin opens the cells, and glucose can enter through the cell membrane. This process causes the blood glucose level to go down again. Type 2 diabetes is caused mainly by the inability of cells to take up glucose. Although insulin is present in the blood, it is no longer able to access the cells. It can't unlock them. The result, the glucose remains in the bloodstream. This condition is referred to as insulin resistance. The university city of Gothenburg in Sweden. Here, a group of scientists is investigating type 2 diabetes and its relationship to extreme overweight. Their work is very important because currently the health problems linked to type 2 diabetes and obesity are often discussed together. For almost 20 years, Dr. Sven Ennebeck's team at the Institute of Genetics has been investigating what is called lipid metabolism. Do people with high body weight have a predisposition for developing type 2 diabetes? Could there be some kind of link between the two?
So there is a link between type 2 diabetes and the increase in body weight that we see all over the world. It appears that high body weight makes you more sensitive to develop type 2 diabetes.
While Swedish researchers were investigating genetic control mechanisms for the storage of body fat in mice, they discovered a gene sequence which is able to change the lipid metabolism of the animals. Scientists called this sequence FOXC2. This sequence has the capacity to increase the amount of brown fat cells inside the body, cells which can burn fat and produce heat. Could lab mice become resistant to the development of diet-induced obesity? To find out, the FOXC2 gene sequence was introduced into their genome. A few weeks later, scientists had already made important discoveries on the new generation of transgenic mice. Even when they were well fed, these mice did not become as fat as the wild-type mice. With magnetic resonance imaging, scientists were able to visualize their findings. The organs of the lean transgenic mouse, such as liver and kidney, were almost fat-free.
Obesity and type 2 diabetes are complex diseases. There are many ways to try to understand these disease processes. We are engaged in one such way, and that is to transform some of our white adipose tissue to brown adipose tissue. Other researchers work with metabolism in muscle cells, they work with the central nervous system, how appetite is regulated, and there are yet other researchers with other approaches. All this combined is important, I think, in order to do some really good in terms of getting new treatments closer to reality.
Of course, it is unlikely that a single pill against type 2 diabetes will ever be developed. But different scientific approaches will help scientists to move forward in understanding the underlying mechanisms of this disease, and ultimately will speed up the process of discovering new therapeutic methods. Meanwhile, Julia is working hard to reach her goal, to lose enough weight to prevent the health problems she would otherwise have to face.